Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is Boss, yes I am, and I'm bringing you another episode of the FFA gun show. Alright, so today I have the USAS-12, the first shotgun in the category. And the USAS is quite a unique weapon by the fact that it is the only weapon in the game right now that allows you to run further. And it's kind of like it has extreme conditioning built in, and when you put extreme conditioning on top of that, you can run like amazingly far. It's ridiculous. So when you're playing games with objectives like domination, if you want to run to flags faster or like capture the flag and stuff like that, I really recommend that you use the USAS because it really does help a lot when you're trying to run from a place to another place. And in the end, you'll get there a lot faster with the USAS. So trust me on that. If you want to run somewhere, use the USAS. Alright, but that's not the only thing that the USAS is good about. In my opinion, I think the USAS-12 is the most consistent shotgun in the game. A lot of people can argue with me, say like it's SPAS-12 or something like that, but to be honest, I think that the USAS is the one that has the best one-shot kill over range capability. And even when it has no attachments, no proficiencies, it's already pretty good of a shotgun compared to the other ones. Like a lot of shotguns like the the A12, the model, a lot of those shotguns are pretty much really bad unless you get range or damage on it. But the USAS actually works out really well because although you can't really kill in one shot from too far range right at the beginning, the thing that helps it is that it's like semi-automatic and you can shoot it relatively fast, so it does help out a lot. So like when you're using the KSG or the SPAS-12, if you don't kill in one shot at close range, then you're pretty much screwed over when the other people's using like you know, SMGs, assault rifles on you. Cause really, if you can't kill them in one shot, you're pretty much dead. Cause what are you gonna do? You have to pump it, or like you have to pull the lever or something like that, and it just takes a really long time if you think about it. Cause in like a fast-paced game like COD, 1 second means like life or death. Like a fraction of a second can like determine whether you live or you die, and that time it takes to pull that lever or pump that shotgun again, it could really like make you just die instantly. So the fact that the USAS is able to you know, shoot relatively fast really makes up for the damage aspect. And to be honest, the USAS is actually really powerful because at close range it usually kills in one shot even without damage. So when I use the USAS, I prefer to use the range proficiency, but you can probably tell by this gameplay that I didn't have it unlocked yet. I'm using grip and kick, I believe, and yeah, I mean that's a pretty solid setup. Like when you're starting off, I usually start off with just grip and kick, and I switch to focus when you unlock focus because you don't really need kick since it's a semi-auto. Like the only thing that you might actually need kick for is striker or A12, but to be honest, kick is pretty useless on a shotgun in my opinion. So don't use kick, use something else. Like anything's better in my opinion. Like seriously, anything is better because you really don't need kick unless you're really having trouble controlling the recoil. Like with the A12, you might want to put kick on, but there's a lot better proficiencies to put on a shotgun, so I really don't recommend you using kick. Focus does help because when people start shooting at you, you won't have view kick, and then you'll probably be able to stay on target a lot better than if you don't have focus and then you're getting shot. So focus does help quite a bit, but the two main proficiencies that really help out shotguns are range and damage. And in this term, like when I'm using the USAS, I'd rather use range because the USAS already has decent damage. It usually kills in one shot at close range, so when you put on range, you'll be able to have a much bigger range of one-shot kills. So it really does help out a lot. And since the fact that you can almost practically spam it, then range is probably a better choice. On other shotguns that are like single shot, I would probably recommend damage for the fact that they might not always kill at close range, but for the USAS, I strongly recommend that you use range. And for some perks that you use with shotguns, in my opinion, my favorite is extreme conditioning, assassin, and steady aim. Normally I wouldn't recommend assassin, but the fact that you need to move up really close to get to an enemy, I think you need assassin because just for the fact that UAVs are really prevalent in this game, And if you want to get close to people without getting camped, then assassin's like the only option. And really, because I mean, assassin doesn't really bother me too much as long as you're not sitting in the back of a map or in a corner, because only those people really like annoy me. If you're using assassin and you're rushing around and you kill me, then I guess it's not that big of a deal in my opinion, at least. I mean, I know assassin's really frowned upon, but I still think that there are certain instances where using assassin is needed or at least very helpful. So yeah, I recommend using a assassin when you're using a shotgun. Unless you're like one of those people who actually enjoy aiming down sight when you're using a shotgun, then I would recommend you using quick draw, because when you're right next to an enemy, you really need to aim down sight really quickly. But I'm one of those people who use a shotgun just hip firing, because it's a lot faster for one, and if you have steady aim on, it's more accurate for certain guns. So I really enjoy using steady aim. I mean, a lot of people enjoy using the iron sights and aiming down sight with a shotgun, but I really don't understand why you would need that, because if you're right next to someone, you can just hip fire them. It's not like you're gonna be way off target if you don't aim down sight, because shotguns are like, you know, close range weapons, so you don't want to like can't even talk. But anyway, you don't need to aim down sight with a shotgun, in my opinion. Just try it. Like if you aim down sight with shotguns a lot right now, just hip fire only and use steady aim. I'm sure it'll help you out a lot, okay? Because there's a lot of times where I would try to aim down sight right next to an enemy and try to shoot them like that, but then I would die because the time it takes to aim down sight adds another fraction of a second, and in that time they got like the first shot or so off of me, when I could have shot right away just hip firing and I could have killed them right then and there. So there's a lot of times when hip firing is more useful, and there are also times when aiming down sight are useful, but you just have to understand when you should aim down sight, when you should hip fire, because once you understand like which situation is better for hip firing or aiming down sight, then you'll get a lot better at using your shotgun. And when you're using shotguns, I strongly recommend you do so according to the map, because if you're gonna run with a shotgun on certain maps, it's gonna be a lot harder than, let's say, if you're playing in C-Town or Mission. If you're running around, let's say, Liberation with a shotgun, I don't think you're gonna do too well. So if you use a shotgun, be strategic and use it on the maps that you should use it on. So yeah, this is the free-for-all gun show with the USAS. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll post up another one in a few days. Sorry I didn't post this one up fast. I said I would post up one. Oh my god. I said I would post up one of these gameplays every 2 or 3 days, but I haven't posted one for 6 days. So I really do apologize for that. And thank you guys for being so understanding, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and check you guys out in the next one. Peace, guys. I'm Boss here, and I'm signing out. Peace.